the last week of school look like? What does it look like, Peel?
Hey man, more bills, higher bills. Oh, definitely higher bills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give kids a chance to really think of what they gonna do with their life. You know what I'm saying?
If they be still long enough to think, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times. First of all, when you think about school, I know when we was coming up, I know depending on what year period you was in. I know at Dunbar, the last week of school, some people be fighting for no reason. Some parents don't even let their kids go to school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a whole bunch of people that go to school that on that last week anyway, because like I said, a lot of times it's the last week and you done with work and everything. So it just depends on what area, what area I guess you grew up in. But I know in junior high though, the last week of school could be pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it with my own two eyes, like a string of fights, or some people do some crazy stuff. They get suspended going into the next year. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You start the school suspended. I've seen that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you say at home, if you're a parent, last week of school, like I say, grocery bill gonna go up. Thermostat, the bills gonna go in one time. They had the air on too much. You got to control that. Some parents, they nervous about their kids going out, being outside, because you don't know what they're getting into. If you're a single parent, because you're at work, kids out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You hope that they're not hanging around the wrong crowd, you know what I'm saying? So, it's an algorithm. It's almost like an algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kids they don't see it, but we see it,
Yeah.
We've been there and done that. It's a lot of stuff to get into, and it's going to be hard to get out.
Yeah, 100%. You think about, the men, you think about like in the streets, out there, hope they ain't banging at this time. Hope banging is pretty much kind of phased out now, but I hope they ain't trying to sell dope, trying to get in the game. A lot of times, this is when a lot of dudes get in the game because it ain't got a lot of time. They ain't get their time not patched up. Then you got to think about the girls. You hope that, dudes not trying to talk to your daughters and stuff while you at work, and dudes trying to come in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That happens too.
Yeah.
Sometimes the girls come on to the dudes. They don't get talked about enough either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to be out there with the homie, she calling you, talking about Netflix and chill, and this ain't even a house, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That happens too. A lot of crazy stuff happened in the summer. That June and July.
Yeah. Why try to find something to do or make sure,
Yeah, 100%.
Ain't gonna be no land around here not doing nothing.
The boy said ain't gonna be no land around here.
Never.